you back there, camera woman?
Yeah.
Alright. My name is Kara Jorgensen, and today I'm going to be doing a speech on natural pesticides and avoiding chemicals and toxins in your garden. This is just kind of shows that the regular stuff that you buy at the store, like the, gosh, I can't think of the name of it now, but, oh, like Roundup, that's what it's called. They just contain a lot of harmful chemicals, and a lot of those chemicals can cause things such as headaches and nausea. They've been shown to cause some cancers, reproductive harm, and endocrine disruption, so they can kind of mess with the hormone delivery and production in your body, which is not good. These are some things that I found on the internet that have happened to countries that use a lot of pesticides and where they manufacture a lot of pesticides. So this is obviously, you know, they're extremely exposed to the chemicals. So you don't see a lot of that here, but this is what can happen if you are really exposed. On the lighter side, I thought this was kind of funny, a little funny comic. It says, these nuclear pesticides are 4 times more effective than chemicals, plus they are darn fun to watch. So, anyway. I'm going to talk about four steps. One of them, the first one is prevention, then beneficial insects that you can actually put into your garden that encourage a healthy garden, some homemade, gosh, what's the word? Things that you can make to keep your garden healthy, and then some traps and barriers that you can use. I'll just go right on to that. So first of all is prevention. So some of the bad things that come with a garden are slugs. I know here that we have that rat lungworm disease, which is really scary. So every time I see a slug, I kind of freak out. I think that those are mites. And then weeds, of course, can ruin your... So with weeds, you know, you gotta just pull them out. If you don't pull out the weeds, they can crowd out some of the good plants that grow. They also might attract bugs that can get onto the good plants and the vegetables and stuff that you're growing. And so if you get them out, they're good. And then they also, a lot of them can emit some pheromones, is what they call them, that will attract bugs and can infest your garden. It's also important to have really healthy soil. So some ways that you can get healthy soil is compost, which I am actually really interested in. I've never done it, but I want to really bad. Make your own soil with scraps from your kitchen, which is really interesting. Mulch and seaweed. I learned that if you put seaweed in your garden, it actually kills really common bugs in the roots and stuff. So I thought that was interesting. And if your plants are healthy, bugs aren't really interested in them because they know that it won't be able to cause any damage to the plant. So this is compost over here. You can do it in your yard. Some people even do it in their kitchen. Mulch, if you stick it on top, it can kind of crowd out the weeds and not let them grow. Another thing to do is plant rotation. So one year, if you have a garden and you've planted legumes in that area, roots, leaves, and fruits, the next year just switch them around and the soil gets kind of mixed up and it gets healthier and the bugs get confused because they don't, you know, if they were attracted to beets last year right here and there's no beets there this year, they get confused and they leave. Oh, that's what I just said. Alright, another important thing is to clean your garden tools. A lot of times when you're weeding your garden, you don't realize it, but a lot of bugs take camp on your tools and they stay there. And so until the next time you're in the garden, you can actually infect your own garden. So keep your tools clean. Another thing that is that's really interesting is you can plant your own bugs in the garden that the other bugs don't like. A few of them are ladybugs, which everybody loves, praying mantises, or manti, I don't know how you would say that, and nematodes. Okay, so ladybugs. If you grow these plants, anything from the daisy family, tansies, yarrow, you can also buy ladybugs online. If you plant those or buy the ladybugs and just put them in your garden, they'll come, they'll be attracted, and they are really beneficial to your garden. Praying mantis are good because they eat everything, so they'll find the little damaging mites, and they'll just get rid of them, and you can buy the praying mantis online. Nematodes are microscopic, you can't see them. I think when you buy them, they just send you kind of looks like a sponge, and you just put the sponge under the ground, and the nematodes crawl out of the sponge, and then they start to get rid of cutworms, beetles, root weevil larvae, garden centers. No, they won't get rid of the garden centers. Buy them on garden centers. And they're harmless to children and animals and humans, well, human children and adult children. All right. Some home remedies. Some of the common causes for plants to be eaten up is fungus. I just grabbed a few of the easiest ones. Mix 2 tablespoons of baking soda into a quart of water. Pour into a spray container and spray the affected areas. Repeat this process every few days until the problem ceases. That's pretty easy to do. Most everybody has water and baking soda. So if you have any plants that have fungus on them, that's a good way to get rid of them. Slugs. Diatomaceous earth. I just learned about diatomaceous earth, and it's very helpful in your garden. It's just like dirt, but it's very crystallizing, and it cuts the little exoskeletons of the bugs and gets rid of them. So you just sprinkle it around, and then you're set. Mites. Mix 2 tablespoons of hot pepper sauce or cayenne pepper with a few drops of ivory soap into a quart of water. Let it stand overnight, and then stir and pour into a spray bottle and apply as above. On the other one, you just kind of spray it, shake it frequently so that the cayenne pepper gets sprayed around, and they hate it. They run away. I don't think it kills them, but it would kill them, but mostly they just hate the cayenne pepper, so they don't come back. Some traps and barriers that you can use if all else fails. You can get the yellow sticky paper. Obviously, it attracts bugs when they're stuck. And the yellow paper is most effective against aphids and tanglefoot. Pheromones. They make synthetic pheromones that bugs are that repel bugs. You can, it says to make sure that you put them at the borders of the garden so that they don't, get attracted into the garden. But if you keep it outside, then they'll just stay on the outside of the garden, which I thought was interesting. Floating row covers, they're lightweight, opaque material. The sunlight gets in, the water gets in, but bugs and birds are out. And it said that it's such a light material that when the plant grows, it just kind of pushes the cover with it, and that's fine. It just keeps on going. Alright, so in review, pull your weeds. Make sure your soil is super healthy, because if you have a healthy soil, healthy plants are good to get so healthy that the bugs won't be interested in them. Rotate the plants every year or every season. Keep your tools clean so that you don't reinfect. Get some of your bug buddies like the ladybugs and praying mantis and the nematodes. Make your non-toxic home remedies. Most of them are made with stuff that you already have in your kitchen. Yellow fly paper is very easy to come by. Pheromones are not as easy to come by, but you can find them online pretty easy. And floating row covers, I saw that they might be a little more expensive than everything else. I think they're about $80. But if you're really into gardening, it's worth it. And then for funnies, I saw that, I thought it was funny. that's it. Any questions?
No.